We've got a total shipping crisis. Hello my friends, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles, your one-stop for all things high-end statue collecting reviews, unboxing statue chats, live content like Rogues Gallery Live, and so much more. And like I alluded to at the very beginning, we are in the middle of a shipping crisis. Now, we've covered it on the channel, we've talked about it on Rogues Gallery Live, but things continue to get worse, and there's going to be major repercussions in terms of collecting. Not just collecting, but products in general. We've talked on the channel before about shipping containers and how they're all backed up at the ports, and one of the issues that we're starting to see, and I actually talked to our friends over at Tweeterhead. Shipping container prices, just for the shipping containers, have blown up sky high. I posted a photo just yesterday in our Batman Statue Collector Facebook group, Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles, and I posted this photo right here. Now, this photo clearly shows the freight costs from China to the US West Coast. In January, the price for a container, so a company paying for a container to be shipped over here full of their own goods, was $6,380. Now, of course, they are going to budget that in the price of the statues, okay? So what you're actually paying covers some of that cost. The company is not going to pay that cost. They're going to have an offshoot there for sure, okay? So just again, in order to get it to the United States, so they have their product made in the factories, those are boxed up, put in these containers, and shipped over. Usually it takes about 3 months or so, a long boat back to the West Coast, okay? So then let's again look at this graphic again. So September of 2021, which is where we are just prior to now, the cost per container is $30,128. I mean, just think of that. Okay, so what are the statue companies going to have to do? Now, some of the larger companies are going to be, you know, maybe just fine. It's still a lot of money, but who do you think is going to pay for that? Is it going to be them? Maybe initially, but in the long run, collectors are going to have to pay that cost, because that is insane, the amount of money that they're going to lose on just getting the product here. Now, we've talked about delays, we've talked about worldwide pandemics, we've talked about all of that stuff here on the channel. And again, it has a ripple, it has a domino effect. Everything affects everything else. But there is a container shortage. Okay, so companies that are smaller. I talked to Chad over at Tweeterhead. Tweeterhead is an amazing company. They're on a roll in terms of the products that they are producing. But now they are going to have to compete with these large companies. And are they going to be able to pay $30,000 for a container to get our product over here to the United States? That is a major, major problem. Is a company like Tweeterhead going to be able to survive? I pray they will be. But they're going to have to figure out, how are they going to pay $30,000 when they had budgeted $6,000? And they're a small company that makes a small profit margin, okay? So do you guys see the problem here? Do you guys see what is going to happen? So we have to keep supporting these companies that we really believe in so our product can get to us. Now, I will say that that is going to be, I can't even imagine how many delays we have still coming our way. There's going to be delay after delay. And so if you are frustrated and ticked off about delays currently, I don't see that getting any better, because there's not enough containers. The containers, so let's say that you have a container and they're charging $30,000 and you pay $30,000, right? Okay, so that's shipped over to the United States. Well, in the United States, there's this big giant backup, right? There's, you know, hundreds and hundreds of these cruise ships, or these not cruise ships, but barge ships with all of these containers stacked up, just waiting to get into the port. There's not enough workers at the port. There's not enough people to unload it. There's not enough truck drivers to deliver it. And so then where do all the containers bunch up? Right there. And it might be bunched up for months and months and months. Then it takes another 3 months to get back to China. So there are just a very few containers left in China right now because everything is just backed up everywhere else. Do you guys see the problem? So if you're looking at 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, just to get things back, and everything else is already delayed because there's so much demand, not just for statues, guys, but toothbrushes and toothpaste and food and anything else that shipped. Any product. That's why you're starting to see shortages here and there and products not being available because of this major backup worldwide problem. But again, whenever I look, again, I'm looking at my phone here, when I look at those prices, how are companies supposed to eat that cost? Again, some major companies are going to be able to do that. But I'm worried about the small companies. I'm worried about these companies that pour their heart into producing these statues and want to deliver them on time, actually before time. Again, talking with Chad, his goal was to get stuff out before a year. And he was achieving that mission. Things are done. But I know that it's difficult to get a container over here. And he actually shared that with in his newsletter that, trying to get a container is nearly impossible. And if he spends $30,000, that's a lot of money. I feel for these smaller companies. So again, if you believe in these companies, don't get angry. Don't get your pitchforks out and want to tear down the walls, because these companies are doing what they can to try to get you the product that you ordered. So yes, you can be angry about it, but I'm asking you, don't be angry. Be patient. I know we've all been through a lot in the last 18 plus months, and collecting is supposed to be an escape from the real world, but the real world is creeping in, guys. It's creeping in big time. So again, we have to be patient. We have to be patient and cut these companies some slack. Yes, are we frustrated that it takes a long time to get these products? Of course. We want them yesterday, right? But we have to be patient because they are trying to do what they can do, and they're trying to survive. They're trying to stay afloat. We only have 3 companies in the United States that make statues. PCS, I believe, Tweeterhead, and Sideshow. Those smaller companies, I worry about them. So again, we have to support them. We have to keep believing in them if we want their amazing products. I am super stoked to get things from Tweeterhead. I'm hoping to add some things from PCS to review here on the channel. I want those companies to do well. I want Prime One and XM and Infinity Studios and Queen Studios and anybody else. I want them to be able to survive. But again, what these costs mean, not only just to get them here, but then the ripple effect once again of that cost is going to fall back on us. I mean, let's be real, let's be honest. The companies, they can't eat that cost. They are a for-profit business. They cannot eat those costs. Or if they do eat those costs, they can't continue to eat those costs. Just can't. It's not feasible. So there will be higher costs. There will be higher shipping rates because things are going to take a while to level back off. I'm an optimistic person, but this one's difficult. This one's really difficult. So that's why I did a video a couple weeks back, I'll link it up here, that talks about that maybe you have to be more selective. Maybe you have to figure out which pieces really you want and which ones maybe you could live without. Still supporting the statue companies, still buying from them, still keeping that revenue coming in for them so they're willing to produce more for us. But at the same time, knowing just right now that if you're upset about costs now, those costs, I believe, are going to continue to go up because they have to. If the companies are going to charge that much for the containers, that own the containers, the factories that make these statues, their prices are going up because there's only a few factories that do these statues. So their prices continue to go up. So the statue company has to pay that price, they have to pay the container price. they have to pay the artists and everything else. All of those costs are going to have to trickle down to us. So what do you guys think? I know some of you commented that you're out. You're out of the hobby. Some of you said, I'm going to get out of the hobby. Some of you said, I'm still in the hobby and you can't, you're going to have to rip the statues from my cold dead hands. But I know a lot of you are starting to pare down a little bit to be more selective. But I do want to encourage you, if you love this hobby like I do, continue to support the companies that you love in any way that you can. Again, don't go beyond your means. I do worry about the collecting community because it's a community that I love and care about. Over 30,000 strong here on this channel. Thank you. I love you guys. I do worry because things are going to get a little rocky, I think. But if we keep believing, if we keep supporting, I think we're going to be just fine. We have seen some statue companies reduce the prices, reduce the number of statues, high-end statues that they're putting out. I think that's probably the best way to go because people can't afford them right now. Also, these smaller items are probably easier to ship, take up less room on a container. So again, that might offset some costs. I don't know. I'm not in that side of it. But I did just want to run that photo by you guys because I saw it and I was just blown away by that image, by what the companies are having to deal with just to get us our product. Also talking with Chad. Again, Chad is amazing. And I absolutely want Tweeterhead to succeed. So again, we have to support them because he's a small business. We own a small business. I can't even imagine having to offset a cost like that. We couldn't do it. We're a small business. That would eat us alive. So again, I feel for some of these smaller companies. Support them any way you can. I know it's frustrating. I know delays are frustrating, but we have to put on our big boy pants, be patient, because good things will come to those who wait. I do want to know your thoughts down below in the comments. Again, this is a passionate topic. It is a controversial topic. It is a reflection of the world right now and all of its craziness. Please leave your thoughts down below. I'd love to read them. Again, just thank you guys so very much for your support, for listening to me babble on for almost 13 minutes. I really, really appreciate it very, very much. And if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, click that notification bell. Make sure you choose all. And just again, thank you guys so very much for taking time out of your day to spend time listening to what I have to say. It really means the world to me. Thank you guys so very much. And I'll see you right here in the Bat Cave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Bat Cave.